Hey, Fresh Ghost Gaming fans, welcome back. I know a lot of you are kind of, I don't want to say upset, but you're kind of getting annoyed with all the 40k videos, but we're doing a lot of 40k lately because 40k is just becoming hugely popular again here at the store. We're getting a massive wave of new recruits to the game, so it's super cool. So we've been playing a lot of 40k just to really hype up the interest level in the game, teach these new players the ropes, not only how to actually play the game, but how to be good gamers, good painters, everything that we stand for as a club. So I'm actually going to shoot a bat rep with one of those guys today. Kyle's got his new Blood Angels army he's working on. It's a small game. We're only going to do 1,000 points because he's building an army what I think is the right way, slowly but surely. You buy a unit, paint the unit, buy another unit, paint the unit, and keep adding to it in blocks. So he's got a nice scheduled plan for himself, and we'll take a look at what he's got after we take a look at what I'm going to bring today. Today I'm actually going to be using Oscar's Orks. One of the guys who's been coming up to learn to play has a pretty sizable Ork collection, so I kind of wanted to encourage him because there aren't a whole lot of Ork players out there. We've got a lot of new powered armor players, so seeing some of the Xenos is pretty cool. You know most everything in this list. We've got Warboss Crazy Guts. He's a little different. This is going to be a combined arms detachment Ork list. Just to keep it simple. Crazy Guts is on a bike, and he's got the lucky stick because I've never used it and I want to. Haven't rolled his Warlord trait yet. 2 squads of shooter boys. There's 11 boys and a knob in each. No heavy armor, just boys with t-shirts. Knobs have power claws and boss poles. One's in a truck with a big shooter. The other's in a looted wagon with 2 big shooters and a kill cannon. And then 2 squads of 12 biker boys, knobs with boss poles and power claws in each. So again, this is going to be kind of new for me because I usually always run them as the Gazgal supplement. This is just going to be straight combined arms detachment Orks. 1,000 points. Alright, here we have Kyle's Blood Angel army. Like I said, he's building it slowly but surely, so you have to forgive the lack of pain in the Death Company. That is his newest addition. Last time I saw him, actually, the Vindicator this was a week ago, the Vindicator was just assembled in bare plastic, so excellent progress so far on this army. I'm really excited to see what it's going to look like. He has a Sanguinary Priest with Jump Pack and the Blood Chalice. He's going to be jumping around with these Assault Marines. There's 2 Melta-Gunners in each. Or, I'm sorry, 2 Melta-Guns right there. 2 tactical squads, 1 8-man with a missile launcher, 1 7-man with a flamer. There's a Devastator squad with a heavy bolter, plasma cannon, actually 2 heavy bolters, plasma cannon and a las cannon. Scout squad with missile launchers, or a missile launcher. And then a Death Company squad, looks like 1 power fist, everything else is close combat weapons. And of course the Vindicator, so it's 1,000 points right there. Might be a few war gear things I missed in there, but we're not going to quibble about 5 points. We're going to take a look at the table and talk about our mission coming up. Here we have a shot of the table. It's kind of sparse for what we normally would see, but like I said, we got a lot of guys coming in today, so we want to spare some of the terrain. That and part of what we're also doing is teaching everyone how to play the game from start to finish. That means setting up tables, building your armies, playing the actual game. So I let Kyle set this up with just a few simple guidelines, and it's going to work perfectly. This is, generally speaking, what you're going to see at most tournaments. This 6 pieces of terrain like this. Some scatter terrain might be thrown in. It's going to work pretty well for my bike army, I have to say, but it's also going to be good for his Vindicator not having to shoot through a lot of cover saves. One thing I do want to point out, this Fat Mat from Frontline Gaming is one of the many prizes we have for this year's Food Hammers. Just wanted to give them another shout out. We're going to be posting a lot more details on our website, the Facebook page, all about Food Hammer, all the special rules we got coming up for it, and all the awesome prizes that people are donating. All right, so we actually rolled the deadlock mission, so we're going to start with our 6 objectives on the table, and we're going to start with 6 cards apiece each in the first turn, and then drop 1 card per turn every turn after that. Here we have a shot of the table. My Orks lined up in 2 big blobs here. Crazy Guts is with that squad right here. 1 mob of shooter boys there, 1 mob there. And Kyle's got all his guys spread out here. Some hiding behind the Vindicator. Scouts infiltrated behind this wall where I can't see them, where they're sitting on an objective. Great placement. Those guys are kind of in the open though, so let's see if I can take advantage of that. I do have 1 AP3 weapon. It is woefully inaccurate, but we'll try to do it. There's no night fighting. I have the first turn. Kyle's gonna do you want to try to seize?
Yeah.
Go for it. I always like to get this on camera because it always works more often than not on camera. Oh, I saw that 6. So it's a 1. I have the first turn. I'm going to draw my 6 cards and we'll go from there. Top of turn 1, I got some pretty good cards. I got Secure Objective 1 twice. I also got 6 and 3, which are going to be kind of out of reach for me right now. I also do psychological warfare, which I'm never happy about getting against Space Marines. And then I have behind enemy lines, which I'm never going to get the first turn anyway. So everything kind of moved forward, and both biker squads unloaded on the tactical squad and the Devastator squad, respectively. The looted wagon also shot at the tactical squad that was there. It scattered terribly, only killed the sergeant who was in front, which was good for me. The bikers killed a couple more of the guys, forced a leadership check. They broke and ran off the table, giving me first blood and psychological warfare. And the Devastators held, but they lost both heavy bolters and the plasma cannon in the process. And that's it. So at the moment I have 4 points, and Kyle's going to take turn 1 for him. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, he has both his assault squad and death company guys in reserve. They're going to deep strike with jump packs. Alright, so the top of turn 2, Kyle draws Blood and Guts, secure objective 1, secure objective 4, secure objective 2, assassinate, and swift advance, which is the one, it's a Blood Angel objective where I get to nominate 2 objectives. So I said 1 and 2, which are the ones I'm solidly holding, and 4 is right there. So he got totally snake bit on his objectives because everything was in my zone underneath my bikers and truck. Shooting, everything kind of moved actually back over here, which was smart. Give him some room to keep dropping some shots. The scouts came out to be able to shoot at bikers and boys if you pop the looted wagon. But we started over here with the last cannon on the truck. It totally whiffed. The boys over here, the Marines over here shot at the bikers, and all 3 of them missed. The Vindicator shot at the looted wagon, aimed right here and scattered 7 inches this way and killed 3 of my bikers. They couldn't jink because they were not the target of the attack, so that was actually good. And the scouts came out, shot at the bikers too, had the snapfire, the sniper rifle, and missile launcher. And the bolters only hit a couple times, but failed to kill one, failed to force a leadership check. So Kyle unfortunately got totally snake bit on his turn, and I am still largely intact and ready to start rolling out. So we're going to go into turn 2 and draw some new objectives for me. What'd you end up discarding?
I'm going to keep all of them.
Oh, you're going to keep them all? Okay. Well, you're going to have to discard 1 at the beginning of the turn, remember, because you only have 5 in your hand.
No.
So we'll go into turn 2. All right. I'm not meaning to steamroll Kyle this bad, but really he's having some bad dice rolls, and I'm kind of using, I'm channeling Oscar's luck with Orks, which you guys have seen before. These boys jumped out of the looted wagon, which again did not press that, and again failed to kill much of anything with its shots. And they shot in and then charged the scouts holding the objective here, killed them, and stole the objective. The bikers swept onto objective 6 and wrecked the Vindicator with just close combat attacks. Didn't need my power claws. I killed the sergeant and the las cannon guy with those biker squads in combat, which gave me assassinate. I did kill 2 sergeants, but I couldn't get to the 3rd guy back there to get the D3 points. I did though, with the bikes in his deployment zone and the truck and the boys in it. That gives me 3 units there for behind enemy lines. So I scored objective 3, objective 6, assassinate, and then I got 2 points for behind enemy lines for another 5 points this turn. So he really needs these reserves to come in and do some damage to me because he's really hurting right now. Bottom of turn 2, Kyle makes a nice push. He gets his reserves to come in. The Death Company deep struck on that objective, securing objective 1, and the Assault Marines and his priest dropped in on objective 2. They both scattered off, but were able to run into it, just to be perfectly clear. That's why they're kind of spread out too. So he got 1 point for 1, 1 point for 2, and he actually got D3 points for securing both the objectives I nominated last turn. So he rolled a 6 and got 3 points. So he got 5 points total that turn just from those 2 deep strikes. That's handy. Over here, though, this is with the only real action of the turn. The Marines turned around, shot at, and then charged into my Ork boys, or my bikers. Killed 1 of them in combat. Killed 1 with shooting, I believe. And then my Knob accepted the challenge from the sergeant. The regular Space Marines killed 1 of my bikers, but I killed 3 back in return with the Knob, and they held. So they are now stuck in combat right here, which is a good place for them to be, because it keeps them from running around the table and scoring more points. So we're going to go into turn 3. Everything is now on the table. I'm going to draw a fresh hand of cards and see what we can do. Top of turn 3, I drew secure objective 4, and I drew grab the loot, and I rolled 3. So those boys were already holding it. They just piled into the building to stay there a little bit better. And the bikers screamed in and turbo boosted to grab that objective, just playing for points. The looted wagon didn't press that again and killed 3 of the Death Company guys with his kill cannon. The War Boss and the Power Claw here, I just rolled them first rather than try to calculate how many swings. They managed to kill the 3 Marines left in that fight and then consolidated an inch. Over here, my boys jumped out of the truck, shot at and failed to kill, and then charged into the Marines there. I took a wound on the knob and lost 3 boys, and then killed 2 of the Marines in return. The knob and the sergeant are actually in a challenge, and the knob failed to kill the sergeant with his Power Claw. And then, so I actually lost the fight, but rolled a 5 dex to stay in the combat. So that fight is still going on next turn, and I'm not happy about it because my boys are going to get toasted. So we have bottom of turn 3 coming up. I scored another 2 points that turn, so I have 11, and Kyle has 5. This has been a game of 1s and 2s for Kyle. The Death Company. Let me tell you what he drew for objectives. Secure 3, which is way over here, not going to get. What's the other one? Oh, and the other one was lose his Warlord in the fight somehow, which he doesn't want to have happen yet, but when it happens, that's going to be okay. He had blood and guts left over, so he figured the easy target's that truck with the Power Fist and his Death Company sergeant. So they jump over, get in easily, and things are looking great when the regular guy with the Power Sword hits 5 times. He gets 1 glance out of that, which is okay. 5 swings on 5s and 6s to glance, that's not bad. But then he only hits 1 time with the Power Fist and only rips off the big shooter. So that truck is still alive and denied him blood and guts. That wasn't good. Over here in the fight, again, rolled lots of 1s and 2s. Failed to kill the knob in the challenge. The Sanguinary Priest killed 1 more of the boy, and then the knob only hit 1 time with the Power Claw, but killed the sergeant. So that's a draw to combat right there. So he did get 1. No, he didn't get any points that turn, unfortunately. So it's still 11-5, and it's coming into my turn 4. Top of turn 4, I drew Get 'em Boss and Domination. So I spread everything out. The truck flat out right here. Bikes came around here to help in that combat. The War Boss broke free to go grab the center objective, and everybody else just kind of stayed put. If I managed to kill everything in this fight, I was going to get Domination. And I did. I killed all the Marines legitimately, and I did lose a couple more boys. They actually had a good round of strikes back. I lost 3 more of the boys. But the Sanguinary Priest was the only guy left. He was stuck in a challenge with the knob of the Power Claw. I rolled 4 1s on my hit rolls. It was terrible. But then he rolls a 12 in his leadership check and has nowhere to flee to. He can't run out of that in the middle of that pile, so he was just removed. That gave me Domination, which I got 5 points from, excuse me. That's always a big one. And I've never actually scored Domination in any game I've ever played, so that was pretty cool for me. But right now, it's obviously it's out of hand. It's 17-5. We're gonna give those Death Company guys a shot at my War Boss because no invuln saves. I do have a 6-up Feel No Pain from Cyborg Body, but that's it. 4 swings with the Power Fist and 5 with the Power Sword might knock him out. So we're just gonna play bottom of turn 4 that way and see if he can't get a Warlord kill for pride. All right, so here we are. The War Boss. I'm leaving that 1-6 here because of his Cyborg Body. He did actually no wounds with the sword, but 3 with the Power Fist, and was going to kill him. But I rolled my 1-6 plus Feel No Pain to keep my War Boss alive, and then he finished them off in return. So again, good teaching game. Kyle's learning fundamentals of the game and how to play his army. So we're going to talk about different ways to set up the table, different ways to kit out his army, and some different strategies for moving, shooting, how to assault, what to assault, things like that. But otherwise, good game. We're also going to try to get in a second game with him. I'm going to see if Adam's available, actually, to do some Tau shenanigan stuff with him. Thanks again for watching.